I feel like this hill might do a slide or glide avalanche.
Alright my friends, thanks for watching. This was our last ride of the 2023-24 season. As you can see, the road's getting a little sketch to get up there. And why is it the last ride? Because I got that new toy right there. But this was a really fun ride. We got into some really steep terrain. I love spring riding, got some good jumps in, climbed some gnarly hills. Let's get into it.
This could get dicey.
So we start off by just turning straight uphill and going right up this chute, which was pretty fun. Right underneath the surface of the top, 3 or 4 inches or so, the snow was actually still kind of icy. So it was kind of interesting getting up this chute. As you can see, the snowpack is getting pretty thin, and right now we're 2 weeks after I videoed this. I doubt we could get up that ravine anymore right now. You can see right there, had a pretty good wet, loose avalanche come down. Don't know what from. Here's Joe, seeing if he can beat me up the ravine. He's on it, just a regular Riot 120. I've got the Riot 3, just a little more traction, 3-inch paddle, 129 versus 120. Okay, maybe a lot more traction. You can see we just out-climbed him. It was sick. I got Trevor and Joe with me. Right here, Trevor gets caught up in that icy condition I was telling you about. He ended up getting a little bit stuck behind us. Our bikes were overheating. They overheated really quick right there going up that hill. No engine jackets for this spring ride. And of course, first thing we need to do is start looking for jumps, because that's what spring riding's all about. Actually, I would say it's more about jumps and also just covering a lot of ground. There's a sweet little cornice. And we covered a lot of ground, so it's kind of no secret where I ride. I live in Heber City, Utah. We ride right out of Heber most of the time. So this ride, we kind of circled around all the ski resorts. Started on the Midway, Utah side and circled around towards Guardsman Pass. This is more towards the Guardsman's Pass side right here. It's so fun just to be able to turn straight uphill and just start going. Anyways, there was some really steep pine tree stuff we got into over here. It was pretty fun. Just waiting for my buddies. But right here, we're climbing that peak right in front of us right there. That is the back side of the Brighton Ski Resort. And so we decided to head straight up for the ski resort peak. It's so cool how you can just ride anywhere. I hit a rock right through here. I can't tell. It's when I look back, I think. Anyways, we may have already passed it. That was actually the closest I got to like actually catching my ski, was coming up that slope. Caught a rock on my ski and it kind of jarred me a little bit. Good thing it didn't get me bad. Anyways, look at that view. Right where Joe's pointing right there. The video doesn't do it justice. It is like a cliff. Well, it literally is a cliff. You got about 100 feet of steep slope, and then there's kind of where those pine trees are, there's a little cliff down there. So we joked about jumping off, but we didn't. You can see right there, I was coming along the edge of that peak and I uncovered some rocks, so Joe and Trevor didn't want to go that way. They went around. Right in that direction where I'm looking is where we end up going in the rest of this video. First of all, we jump back down into the Guardsman's Pass area. Went down this nice steep slope. Oh, found a bunny. The bunny totally outslid me. He went right to the thicker trees and got away. Once again, video never does it justice. This is super steep stuff, super fun. This is my favorite type of snow biking by far. I love jumps. I like experiencing deep powder.
That was awesome.
But just playing around in the gnarly steep pine trees, that's the best.
Trevor went down, his bike slid down a little ways. He's gonna walk to it, but he's okay, so we'll just give him a little bit here.
So Trevor got stuck up in the trees, had to go help him out. You're gonna see, it's pretty steep up there.
And I fell over.
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out maybe.
I have a saw. Would that help? Nah, I think we can get it.
I think if I just lift up the back end, well, you kind of let the clutch out, it'll kind of let itself walk.
I was taking a little time to make sure my bike didn't go down the hill right there too. So Trevor actually was following my line up through there. He hit a tree that I uncovered, and then he ended up high-siding. He flipped his bike over, but it flipped right over and got stuck on that tree. Eventually we got him out, and he got going again. It's still pretty sketch because you wouldn't want to go straight down right where we were. There was rocks right below us. So it was a little sketch just trying to make sure he went straight forward and was able to side hill his way out of there.
Now I get the fun of trying to get out of here. Oh look, an elk rub. Must have been elk in here. Okay, now it's my turn to get out of here.
And onward we go. Got Trevor out of there. Found this random little jump. I didn't really like the entrance to it or the takeoff to it, so we moved on. We found more cornices to jump. By the way, coming up on one of my favorite cornices ever to jump. I've had a goal of jumping off it for a very long time. We're getting closer. It's not this one, but we're getting close. Super fun area. Usually we can't play in this area because of high avalanche danger, and so that's the fun part about springtime, is because the avalanche danger is not as bad.
Nice.
I'm sitting here talking about avalanche danger and we're showing videos of signs of avalanche. But wet loose stuff isn't nearly so bad. Not as bad as, you know, slabs. Anyways, the really fun cornice is coming right up here, right where I'm pointed, right up there by Trevor. It's a pretty nice big one. I've been wanting to jump off it for a long time. In years past it's been bigger or smaller. But yeah, this one right here. I'm gonna... actually, it's not that one. It's around the next corner. No, it is that one. Sorry. It's been 2 weeks already. Losing my mind. So yeah, I really want to just fly off this thing. So here we go. Oh yeah. Love it. I had the adrenaline going. I had to give it the gas getting down the hill. That was so fun. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. That's a good cornice. And actually through here it's super steep. It's pretty cool to be riding in country like this. Trevor was playing around right there. Messed up. And I thought, you know what, let's try jumping off this one too. Nothing like a nice little wheelie turn to get back up the hill. And yeah, I could have made that, but whatever. Anyways, we moved on. So right there, we were behind Brighton. Right here, we still are behind Brighton. We're gonna go make our way over to Alta and Snowbird here in a second, after we watch some more of our wet loose avalanches go. Just really cool terrain that we're not normally in. All these great big open steep slopes.
Kind of a good one over there.
There was another good wet loose one that went down through the trees over there from us going up above. This is actually pretty gnarly. So you can't tell here, but as I went over this area right about here, I actually felt my track go down and hit rock, and I uncovered a bunch of rock. So Trevor and Joe couldn't follow me up right there. They came a different way. But man, the springtime is so cool. Like you just climb super gnarly steep stuff that you don't normally play on the rest of the season. I told these guys after the ride this day that I'm not sure if springtime riding isn't my favorite kind of snow biking. Just where you can explore, like going up through trees like this, up stupid steep mountainsides. It's so awesome. I love it. So right here we're climbing up to a peak, and actually we might still be on the Brighton side of things. We're still not in Brighton, we're just right on the edge of the boundaries of Brighton, I think. Pretty crazy to pull up there and see all that bare dirt and rock. But yeah, check out that view, that's awesome. That's Heber City down there. And here comes my buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
So here we are moving on, crossing some steep country. We stayed up on the edge of the peaks or ridges for a little bit, but they kind of got cliffed out, so we get into these super steep chutes, which once again, the video never does anything justice. This is really steep. It's kind of cool. We always go back and forth when we're going down stuff because you don't want to get going too fast and not be able to stop, which that has happened before. Matter of fact, go do a search for one of my videos. I think I called it Snowbike Does a Turbo Shoot or Climbs a Turbo Shoot, something like that. Oh, this is a nice little jump. That's what's cool about this. In the springtime, it's like, yeah, that was a cool picture. I really like that. It's coming off at a different angle. Not too huge, still fun. Here we had found a little jump. Joe wanted me to jump over him, so I did. Here we are skirting our way along more ridges and rocks. It's just so cool. Oh yeah, and here was a cool little hill climb. So, I made it up to this ridge. Trevor didn't make it on his first try. There was some rocks there. So, then I decided to go park. And I told him where to go, but he came right at me. So then I got out of the way. And he tried another time or two, and he made it. By the way, his bike was built up by Lloyd's Performance. That thing screams. It's got close to 80 horsepower. So here was a really cool jump, another little kicker we found. I was just testing it out right there. So then I decided to start hitting it a couple times. I got more and more comfortable. The landing, like, I really think you could have just hit it in 5th gear wide open and just landed at the bottom of the hill, but that right there, well, maybe one more. This one might have been the best one I did. I was in like 4th gear, not really even mid-throttle-ish. I just ran out of, you know, guts, I guess. Anyways, here's a cool little line through another steep hillside, another place that honestly we normally wouldn't be. Turning uphill like that with a snow bike, you don't normally do that unless you got a good base. And now we're right back to country that we're already, or that we're very aware of. We ride here all the time. Oh yeah, I gotta throw in this little section of ripping through the pine trees. Again, this type of riding is my favorite type of riding to do. When you can kind of get a little bit more speed, you're bobbing and weaving just like the Star Wars Skeeter bike guys. It's so fun, I love it. There's all kinds of just cool little jumps and bumps through here that you can find randomly. I like stuff like this where you're jumping and just flying downhill through the trees. It's a little bit techy, steep, gets your heart pumping. I love it. This is why I snow bike right through here. I love this stuff. Here's another random jump. Not hitting any of this stuff too hard just because the landings aren't that great. Those tracks that you see are actually mine from the week prior. So I kind of already knew where I was, going through the trees, finding all these bumps. And somewhere through here, I think my GoPro finally died. I know this is a really long video. Matter of fact, this might be the longest video I've ever put out. But you know what? If you made it this far, you should comment or say something because I'm proud of you. A lot of people don't have very long attention spans, and me included, quite honestly. When I'm looking for YouTube videos, I'm always looking for something that's only like 2 minutes long or less. So if you made it this far, you're a true Jethro 450 fan, and I thank you for watching. And with that, I will say thank you for watching. All of my followers and everybody who loves snow biking, you're the only reason why I'm continuing to make these videos, because quite honestly they're a pain in the butt to make and it's really hard to come up with new ideas. But anyways, a way you can help support me is to look at the snow bike links down in the info section of this video and use those. It doesn't cost you any more money, and I usually get a tiny little slice of it, although I haven't seen an Amazon payment in months. What's up with that? Thanks for watching, everybody.
GoPro, stop recording.